Before we proceed to our discussion, let's have first an activity. This activity called reflection. Reflect to those experiences where your friend have photos with you, and then that photos is like close up, or those photos are something that is far from you've expected. Those experiences where you are not satisfied by the photos taken from your friend, and everything. Remember those times and the reason behind why are you not satisfied. And I have also here some examples. Look at this. If you see these photos, first, second, third, fourth, if you reflect on that, and even on a comic strip, right? Are you familiar with that? There are so many pictures or even bubbles where the sentences is written inside. The lines, the pictures, the sentences, the boxes, and everything. It seems like it has no meaning at all. If we will learn the reason behind of those pictures, the elements, we will understand the significance and its importance. So for today, we will learn about the elements of illustrated novel. When we say illustrated novel, it is not just about the pictures, the text that we can see on the comic strips or in the pictures. It is not just about the zoom or the far pictures taken from us. It is the way we reflect based on the real life situations as well. Just like for example, on the comic strips, we cannot just understand the pictures through the text written on it. We can also understand the picture without even the text, just basically the pictures. That's how powerful the images or the pictures represents what we feel and the society we're living. Just like for example in a cartoon, we cannot see even a single word in a cartoon, but we can identify what was it mean. That's how powerful images. When we say panel, it is a part of the story shown in one frame. Remember, it is a part of the story shown in one frame. Just like for example, if you draw a box, three boxes, showing the difference between the before happenings, during happenings, and after happenings, we will differentiate the three boxes, and that is panel. I have here the photo where you can see where the element is located. See if this picture given above, and then try to look for as well to your picture if you have the comic strip in you or you have pictures with you, then try to look which part of the images the panel is located. Next is frame. Frame is the border of a panel. In a simpler way to discuss, it is the border of a panel. Just like for example, you show how a scene is separated using a line. So basically, when we say a border, it talks with the line, the frame itself. The boxes, the lines with the boxes, that's the frame. As you can see, this is the example of frame. Next is gutter, the space between panels. If the panel or the parts of the story where it is differentiated, the gutter is the spaces between panels. So if you draw a box and then there's a space in the center of it, and that's the gutter. See the example above given, that's the gutter. Okay? Fourth one is bleed. When we say bleed, it is the images extending beyond page. So if you have border with you in your images or in the comic strip, and those images extend beyond the page, that's the bleed. Now, it is the image that goes outside the box. Just like from the example given, look for the example, this is the bleed. Fifth is captions. Basically, when we hear the word captions, it provides backgrounds or narration, sentences. Just like for example, you write in a comic strip or you write in a picture, it was a rainy morning. Now that's provide background or narration. Look at for the example in the slide given. That's the caption. Or we can even easily identify what caption is. Next is speech balloon. When we say speech balloons, shows spoken words. Those words that is written inside the balloon or the bubble. Or if we can connect it with our real life situations, it is the conversations. It is the way we communicate our conversation. Like for the stories or in different novels, the students or the authors write dialogues in a bubbles because we have different dialogues. But remember that it is written in a dialogue in a bubble. Look the examples given. That is speech balloon. Next is external dialogue. When we say external dialogue, these are the conversation between characters. Take note, between characters. Just like in our personal experiences, we tend to talk with our friends. We are the characters. We are talking with those we have relationship with. Just a short conversation. But if we say internal dialogue, it is a character's thought. For the external dialogue, it is a conversation between characters, talking with friends, talking to those people we have a relationship with. But if we talk about the internal dialogue, it is a character's thought. Just like we are overthinking, we are thinking silently. For the examples, look for the example for the external dialogue. That is the example of external dialogue. And for the internal dialogue, these are the thoughts. Look for its example. That is the example of internal dialogue. When we say special effect lettering, these are the words emphasized. Just like for example, the word bang written in a capitalized words. But talking to our real life situations as well, we can connect it to our loud or emotional expressions. Just like for example, when we say wow, that's one of the example of the special effect lettering. Or even in the text or in the images, you can see this in a bold letter. Next is closure, understanding what happens between scenes. When we talk about long shot, it shows a whole body or scene seeing the entire room. When you capture your friend and then she asks you to have it a whole body picture, then that's a long shot. You can see all the figure from head to toe. That's the long shot. When we say naman for the extreme long shot, it is a very far view. Or if you're an iPhone user, then we can follow it to the zero point 0.5 because 0.5 captures, it seems that you are capturing in a far away or widespread. If it is taken already, then the photo will see us, the picture will taken like it's a far away. Seems that all the view is taken or has been captured. Next is close up. When we say close up, it focuses on a face or an object. whatever the picture you wanted to capture, it focuses solely on the object. Just like for example, you draw only the face showing emotions, that close up. Or in the photos, when we are taking photos with a friend, that's what we call zoom. We zoom in, close up. Splash page, it refers to the whole page image. Just like for example, you draw a one big drawing showing an important moment. The keyword there is a whole page, while the splash panel, it is a large panel within a page. It is highlighting an important scene. Next, palette. When we say palette, it is the colors used. Example for these are the use color to show emotions, to show love, everything that makes color meaningful. That's the palette. Look for its example given. So the color, as you can see, the color that represents meaning, that's the palette. Next is imanata. Imanata, symbols showing feelings or thoughts. Just like for example here in the picture, it adds symbol above the character because it represents the feelings or the thoughts of the character. But here on the illustrated novel, it adds line behind a moving character. In order for you to be able to understand clearly about the speed line, take a look for the example given and observe. So that's the speed line. Another is reverse. When we say reverse, it is opposite view of previous panel. The opposite view. In our life, we are changing perspective in a conversation. We tend to imagine or to create conversation or opinion in our mind just in a normal situation or just by we are changing perspective. Here in reverse as well, the opposite view of previous panel. Just like for this example, read for the example, observe and learn from the example given. That's reversed. Next is signs. When we say signs, it is a text on objects. When we go outside, we can see that there are street signs or labels. But here in the illustrated elements, we can see that different signs, the exit, school, or in drawing. But here on the image, take a look for this, we will identify where is the sign. We can see there is a sign of the image because sign is a text on objects. That's the sign. For the last one is voiceover. It refers to the narration, just like for this example.